Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joe. I'm a bag collector and authenticator. Today, as I hinted last time, I'm gonna review this vintage bag from my collection. This bag is Hermes um, brown leather box skin. I would say shoulder bag. Yeah, and the name is actually I have trouble finding the name. I don't remember. Um, the some research showed that it's called the envelope bag. I would say it's one of the models that Hermes premiered in Japan. Japan used to be a very important market. It's still very important, but used to be a very important market of Japan. And at that time, Hermes actually tuned their collection a lot to the Japanese taste. This is, I would say, one of them. It's an envelope bag which plays into this origami Japanese minimalist style. And yeah, so that's it. So this bag is, as I mentioned, it's a one shoulder belt style. The shoulder belt is not very long, so you cannot wear it crossbody. And the body of the bag is actually an envelope, origami envelope, and the size is actually quite big. It's 24 by 23, so almost square. So it's like a quite big bag for this build, because it's quite structured. It's a very structured bag. As we all know that Hermes structured bags are more expensive than the non-structured ones, or less structured ones. This bag actually is very complex. I would say it's very difficult to make. It has this is a big button, as you can see. This whole button is actually, this part, it's I don't know what the material inside. You can see this, it has a small dent here. It has a small dent here. And all this structure is covered by leather, the same leather. So this is very difficult as well to envelope the leather on some irregular shapes like this. And the button is almost like, I don't know how Hermes does this, because you're actually enveloping a button, a round shaped thing like a bowl, but you don't see extra skin. You see a little bit here, a little bit here, but it's definitely very well made. I know that for this kind of structure, they would actually just knock in the leather to make it like this shape. But so this is one of the things I think is very difficult to make for Hermes. And also, as we see the edge of the bag, it has a bone. It has like this boning, like a tube. So all this shape here, and here, they are with this tubing as the back of the, as you can see, it's like all this structure from here to here to here. It all has this tube boning, and it's a one continuous tubing. At least I can't touch any stop. So which makes this bag extremely difficult to make. I do appreciate this this complexity of making. And it's a very old vintage bag. And when I say very old, see the game of, because you can tell by a couple of, even you do not look at the year stamp. For example, the closure here. I don't know if you manage to see the closure here. It's not Hermes. It's actually still Eclair. Oh gosh, doesn't show. It's very, very difficult to see under this lamp. Can you see it? It says éclair, because in French the closure is called fermeture d'éclair, because éclair is like thunder. So oh no, it's not thunder. It's like lightning. So when you can open and close like lightning, that's the name that they got. And Hermes actually was the company which bought the exclusive use of this American invention in France or in Europe. The first one to buy this right, buy off this right for its for Zip. Yeah. So, and also at that time, I would guess, oh yeah, we are looking for the year stamp. Oh, it's here. It's D. Yeah, it's a D inner circle. D inner circle is, let me check. 1974, 50 years. 50 years ago. This bag, I would guess, seeing its age, the year of making, a lot of part of them would be hand stitched. Let's inspect. The tension point on this bag, well, compare the tension or no tension is always like comparing to the rest of the bag, right? Because here is definitely no tension, and here is definitely not hand stitched. It's already machine stitched. Especially the bag is pretty easy to tell because it's very loose in stitching compared to the grabbing of the hand stitch. But here, all this real back body, I would suppose they are hand stitched since the year 70s. Left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom stitching, left top, right bottom. Here too, left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom. And if you turn over to see the other side, same. Left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom. Here, left top, right bottom, left top, right bottom. We're talking about the threads, not the marks, the threads. Left top, right bottom, meaning both sides, left top, right bottom, so they are crossing, so they are hand stitched. So that's for sure. All this body were hand stitched. A lot of old Constants, they're made this way too. The whole body, they're hand stitched. As you remember in my last video, the Good Luck, it's slightly newer, 1960 something, 1996. The body is not hand stitched anymore. It's all machine stitched. And yeah, but a lot of things didn't change. As I mentioned, you see the small line close to the edge. It's very visible on the box. It's there. And the belt, they're mounted by this small structure here, the two dots. It's very hard to get it off, and but you can. So you can remove this strap, and the strap itself is quite interesting too. As you see, this is the back of the strap and it has two tubes in it, like it also like the boning, like in clothes making we call them the boning, right? So you see it plays into the same aesthetics, the boning of the strap and the boning of the edge. I think that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And also they make the belt more resistant to time. And the belt is machine stitched. Yeah, because there's no reason to hand stitch the belt. That would be just crazy. But I would say in the 50s they must be. I do have bags from the 50s, and so Hermes bags. So I have to find one of those and to check how much is hand stitched, how much is machine stitched. The boning of the edge gives the bag very, very rigid structure. See, it's very hard. So I think it's a style which might be considered a little bit too rigid nowadays, because nowadays people like more slouchy, relaxed style. But I've always preferred a more structured bag, especially this one in the maroon, like coffee color, box skin. I think that's just the whole idea of it. How I use the bag, I don't carry it on one shoulder because I think that's gonna be really too girlish. I would just carry it this way. I would just put it here, carry it as a handbag. But actually, if I do it this way, I should have turned the strap to the other side. So yeah, well, so they can go like this. Oh, I can just do like this. But anyway, so that's how I use it. Again, I think it's crazy how well Hermes did this enveloping thing. Hermes in certain models, for example, the crocodile skins, well, all the exotic skins and all the white skin, white leather, Birkin and Caddy, they would envelope the lock. So it would be the same thing. You would see even the structure of the lock, the metallic structure of the lock on the skin, on the leather. That's how they do it. They just knock it in. That's very, very difficult. You can't even see, that's really a little bit extra leather here to tell you that it's enveloped. Otherwise, it's I'm very impressed by how well this is made and how much work the artisans of Hermes in the 70s they have put into a bag like this. Nowadays, Hermes won't propose any models like this anymore. Or they would charge you at least 10,000 euros because this is a lot of time. It's a very time-consuming work. So I feel very, very lucky to own, well, one of these bags. Actually, I own quite a few bags like this, but this one that I'm reviewing today, I do feel very lucky. I don't use it very often. That's why it's in really good condition. But I think these are one of the things that we need to cherish in life. The good things, the essence of human creation and human effort. Well, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. Next time I'm going to introduce you a even more rare bags. I think that's one of the maybe the rarest Hermes bag that I own. Yeah, see you next time.